For many displaced by the ethnic cleansing campaign in Western Tigray, this Easter holiday is nothing but a reminder of what has been lost. This is Sawakari IDP Center in Maqala, and these are the children, the elderly, and mothers, its shelters. They're waiting here in the hopes that they may get some aid this holiday. But even then, many will find it difficult to be festive. They have all lost family members. Some were killed in front of their eyes, and some they hope are in jail, suffering perhaps, but at least not dead. Mulo Adana's son was a doctor. She says one day, the Fano came to their neighborhood, tied his hands behind his back using his own belt, and threw him into the back of a car. She says she hasn't seen him since.
My son Gabriel was a doctor. One day, the Fano found him and started to beat him, and then asked for his identity. He told them he was Tigrayan. Then they beat him some more, tied his hands back using his own belt, threw him into the back of a car, and took him. I haven't seen him since that day.
Mulu says she used to celebrate Easter with her late husband, her son, and her 2 grandsons, none of whom are now besides her.
Back home, we used to celebrate Easter with my late husband, my son, and his 2 children. Our home was full and warm during the holidays. We only took the clothes on our backs when we left, so we have nothing now. Even this scarf, someone here gave it to me. We don't have food, just these tents.
Zimam Allena used to be a resident of Humara in Western Tigray. She says her husband and her firstborn son were detained by Fano and she was told to leave.
I used to celebrate Easter holidays at home with my husband, my son, and my whole family. But now, both my firstborn son and husband are detained back home. I'm here with no food to give to my children. I don't even have a gram of flour.
Kasa is an IDP from Adabai in Western Tigray, just 10 kilometers from Humara. She says 9 of her children and grandchildren were detained in concentration camp. She refused for months to leave them behind, despite continuous threats by Ethiopian forces. She says she finally left when the beating became too much.
First, they took our sons, and then they started beating us and telling us to leave. I told them I wouldn't leave without my children, but then the beatings just become so unbearable, so I had to leave. I didn't even have shoes while I was running away. I found these slippers on the road. They're not even the same pair.
Kasa doesn't like to think about how her and her family used to celebrate Easter. It only makes her current state more unbearable.
We owned sheep ourselves, so we would have meat for the holiday, and we used to make beer. Now we're living in dirt and waiting on our daily meals.
The women say all they can do this Easter holiday is hope to find food and pray that their loved ones are safe and that they will see them again someday.
We don't know what to do. Where can we go to complain? We are in distress. We don't even have a single piece of bread to break our fast. We need help.
Our only wish is to get aid to fend off death. We're praying to God to reunite us with our family members. Hope that they're still alive and well. Happy holidays.
More than 1 million people have been displaced from Western Tigray, forced to depend on food aid as they long deeply for the home and family they've lost.